They say it's always darkest before dawn, and this saying is so evident in the situation of Nigerian rugby. The Nigerian Rugby Football Federation was steeped in controversies regarding elections and administration for over a year, which stunted the progress of the sport. But right now, there seems to be finally light at the end of the tunnel. Nigerian rugby bounced back strongly from the suspension with the appointment of South African coach Bronson Ware, which seems to have had a domino effect with the team currently on an upward trajectory in terms of their results and performances overall. President of the Nigerian Rugby Football Federation, Kelechukwu Mbagwu, in an interview with LTV, shed more light on the upturn in fortunes of the sport in Nigeria.
The Niger Republic match was, I think, a test for the national team. Coming straight back from a suspension, we were actually supposed to start our international engagements from next year. But Rugby Africa embraced Nigeria back into its fold and wanted to immediately put us to test. Niger Republic were the Super 16 champions, and that's why we were put up against them. I think we were supposed to prove that we're a few levels ahead of Super 16, and maybe some people didn't believe that because they believed that coming off the back of a suspension, Nigerian rugby may have waned a little, but we went out there to Miami, and I think we showed them just what rugby was all about.
The president also showed that his attention is not only directed at the senior national team, as he discussed female and youth rugby, as well as outlining his plans for the future to ensure continued growth of the sport regardless of who's in charge.
It's not from those who learned rugby in England. How many of us are there? The bottom line is, once you get rugby being played at schoolboy level, at grassroots level, you guarantee the continuity of the game.
General Manager of the Nigeria Rugby Football Federation, Mike Archer, also took some time to explain the technicalities behind the sport and state his strategic plan to put Nigeria at the highest echelons of rugby in 10 to 15 years.
We need to get a pipeline of players from age 5, 6, 7 years old through primary and secondary schools, universities and colleges, to clubs, states and national representation. That pipeline is going to take some development. It's going to take structure and investment from the private sector in order to enable it. But the talent, the sporting talent, to become a real success in rugby exists in this country.
Just 2 years ago, no one could have predicted that Nigerian rugby would actually be a force to reckon with on the African scene. But it seems under the leadership and guidance of Kelechukwu Mbagwu and Mike Archer, Nigeria may soon be ready to take the world stage by storm.